Have you ever felt that nagging sensation in the pit of your stomach, that voice in your head telling you you've done something wrong? That's guilt, and it's a feeling we all know too well. But here's the million-dollar question: is guilt actually helping us become better people, or is it just dragging us down? Today, we're diving deep into this emotional roller coaster to find out if guilt is our friend or foe. Welcome to the Brain Talk Sessions YouTube channel. Your journey to a healthier mind starts here, where we share psychology explained for everyday life. Guilt is one of those universal emotions that doesn't discriminate. No matter where you're from or what your background is, you've probably felt guilty at some point in your life. Maybe you've hurt someone's feelings, broken a promise, or failed to meet expectations. This shared experience makes guilt a fascinating topic in psychology, and it's at the heart of a big debate. Does guilt help us grow as individuals, or does it do more harm by trapping us in negative cycles? To understand guilt, we need to look at its roots in our psychology. Guilt is primarily a social emotion, designed to help us maintain bonds with others. When we feel guilty, it's usually because our actions, or lack thereof, have affected someone else. This emotional response pushes us to repair damage, uphold moral standards, and stay connected to our community. The foundations of guilt are laid early in our lives. As children, we start to learn the difference between right and wrong. Our parents, teachers, and peers play a crucial role in shaping our sense of guilt by rewarding good behavior and expressing disapproval when we break the rules. As we grow older, cultural and religious values further influence what we feel guilty about. But not all guilt is created equal. There's a big difference between healthy guilt and the kind that can hold us back. Healthy guilt is actually constructive. It feels like a little alarm bell that goes off when we've done something that doesn't align with our values. Instead of crushing us, it gently nudges us toward taking responsibility, making amends, and striving to do better in the future. This type of guilt often leads to greater empathy and moral growth. On the flip side, unhealthy guilt is the kind that lingers and becomes self-destructive. Instead of focusing on specific behaviors, it attaches to our sense of self. We start thinking, I am a bad person, rather than, I did a bad thing. This is where guilt can spiral into shame, anxiety, or depression, distorting our self-image and holding us back from growth. So, how can guilt actually be helpful? For starters, it promotes accountability. When we feel guilty, we're more likely to admit our mistakes, apologize, and take steps to correct our actions. This makes guilt a key driver for ethical behavior in society. Guilt also plays a crucial role in strengthening our relationships. When handled well, it pushes us to repair harm, show empathy, and rebuild trust, often making our bonds stronger over time. Another benefit of guilt is its ability to prevent repeated mistakes. By reflecting on our guilty feelings, we learn from our experiences and avoid repeating harmful actions. This process of reflection and adjustment is essential for personal growth and development. However, guilt isn't always a force for good. When it becomes unhealthy, it can trap us in a cycle of self-criticism. Instead of prompting positive change, we get stuck replaying our mistakes over and over in our heads without finding a resolution. This persistent guilt can eat away at our confidence, leading to stress and low self-esteem. We might start to believe that we're never good enough, no matter what we do. The mental health risks of chronic guilt are significant. It's strongly linked to anxiety, depression, and perfectionism. Some people set impossibly high standards for themselves and then punish themselves relentlessly for failing to meet them. This cycle can be incredibly damaging to our mental well-being. So, how can we cope with guilt in a healthy way? One important step is learning to distinguish between guilt and shame. Guilt focuses on specific behaviors, I did something wrong, while shame attacks our identity, I am wrong. Recognizing this difference is key to responding to guilt in a constructive manner. Practicing self-compassion is another crucial strategy. Instead of punishing ourselves, we can acknowledge our mistakes while still treating ourselves with kindness. Forgiveness, both toward ourselves and others, can significantly reduce the intensity of guilt and help us move forward. Taking action is perhaps the most effective way to transform guilt into a positive force. Guilt becomes constructive when we pair it with meaningful action, such as apologizing, making amends, or changing our behavior. This approach allows us to learn from our mistakes instead of dwelling on the past. For some people, guilt can feel overwhelming and difficult to manage alone. In these cases, seeking professional help through therapy or counseling can provide valuable tools to break free from destructive patterns and develop a healthier relationship with guilt. As we wrap up our exploration of guilt, it's clear that this emotion isn't inherently good or bad. Its impact on our lives depends on how we experience and manage it. The key takeaway is this: if we learn to process guilt with awareness and healthy coping mechanisms, it can serve as a compass that guides us toward growth, empathy, and responsibility, instead of a burden that weighs us down. So, the next time you feel that familiar pang of guilt, remember that you have the power to choose how you respond. Will you let it hold you back, or will you use it as a stepping stone to become a better version of yourself? The choice is yours, and with the right approach, guilt can be a powerful ally in your journey of personal growth and self-improvement. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive into the psychology of guilt. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who might benefit from understanding guilt a little better. Until next time, keep growing, keep learning, and remember, your journey to a healthier mind continues with every step you take.